Imagine looking down at your wrist and seeing a timer. 53 years, 4 months, 12 days, 8 hours, and 17 minutes. It never stops. It never pauses. Every second, it gets a little closer to zero. Only you can see it. You know exactly how long you have left to live. Not how you'll die, not where, just when. The question is, would this be the greatest gift imaginable? Or the worst curse? At first, most people would probably panic. You'd stare at the timer constantly, watching the seconds disappear. You'd calculate how many birthdays you have left, how many Christmases, how many summers, how many chances to say, I love you. Time would suddenly feel real. Not something endless, but something measurable. Something running out. It's strange. We all know we're going to die one day, yet most of us live as though we always have tomorrow. Maybe uncertainty is what allows us to ignore it, but remove that uncertainty and everything changes. Imagine your countdown says 65 years. Would you take more risks? Travel the world? Start the business you've been putting off? Tell someone how you really feel? Or would you procrastinate even more? I've got decades left. Now, imagine the timer says 6 months. Suddenly, that promotion at work doesn't seem quite so important. Neither does arguing online, or worrying what strangers think of you. The things that once felt huge might suddenly feel incredibly small. Maybe knowing how much time you have doesn't change life. Maybe it simply reveals what truly matters. Now, imagine everyone has a countdown. Employers know it. Governments know it. Your family knows it. Would people with only a few years left still get a long-term loan? Would companies hire someone whose timer says they only have months remaining? Would insurance even exist? What if a politician only had 2 weeks left? Would people still vote for them? Our entire society is built around an uncertain future, but certainly changes everything. It could create compassion or discrimination. But here's something even stranger. What if knowing your death makes it impossible to truly live? Think about it. If your timer says you'd die at exactly 4:37 p.m. on a Tuesday, would you ever feel afraid again? You could skydive, climb mountains, walk through dangerous places, because today isn't a day. Ironically, knowing you'll survive every risk until your final moment could make you feel fearless. But what happens when your countdown reaches 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute? Would those final moments be peaceful or unbearable? Maybe the real value of life comes from not knowing when it ends. Every goodbye could be the last. Every conversation matters because we don't know if there'll be another. Every ordinary day has hidden value because we can't see how many are left. The mystery forces us to appreciate the present. If life came with a timer, perhaps we'd be spending so much time watching it that we'd forget to actually live. So, would you want a countdown to your death? On one hand, you'd never waste time on things that don't matter. On the other, every second would become impossible to ignore. Perhaps the uncertainty we've always feared is actually one of life's greatest gifts, because not knowing when your story ends allows you to focus on the chapter you're living right now. So here's today's Doodle Thought. If you had the choice, would you look at the countdown, or choose to live without ever knowing? Let me know what you'd choose in the comments.